There's a nationwide effort to save women's sports.
Conservative lawmakers have introduced bills in 30 states that would prevent transgender athletes from participating in girls' sports. And the governor of Arkansas just signed a bill into law there.
News 5's Caroline Sweeney digs into this issue in Ohio, including the impacts bills like these can have on the greater transgendered community.
House Bill 61, the Save Women's Sports Act, is a repeat for Representative Jenna Powell. The Republican from Western Ohio introduced the act in 2020.
But due to COVID-19, there were so many things in the legislature that just took first priority. We just didn't get it moved through at the timing that we wanted.
Ileana Turan with the LGBT Center here in Cleveland says advocates expected a rise in legislation like this after the November election.
So we're not surprised that we're seeing pushback, particularly now that we're having increased representation at the federal level.
Part of the legislation says no school, interscholastic conference, or organization that regulates interscholastic athletics shall permit individuals of the male sex to participate in athletic teams or in athletic competitions designated only for participation of the female sex. Transgender rights advocates say this will exclude trans athletes from participation.
This is just part of a broader effort to shut trans people out of public life.
Powell spoke to us on Zoom with her camera off. Earlier this month, she re-upped her support for the legislation.
Just so that I'm clear, none of the parents who've called and spoken with you directly have had daughters who've missed out on opportunities because of a transgender athlete on their team.
I've spoken with people across the nation and in our state that are concerned about their little girl losing athletic opportunity.
House Bill 61 has a new companion bill in the Senate. Senator Christina Rogner introduced the same legislation as Senate Bill 132 on March 16th.
Have you had anyone step forward and say, you represent us and our family, and we would like to see some legislation on this?
Well, as I said, there's been a lot of discussion, both nationally, but also, yes, in our district.
Rogner says she sponsored the bill because
it's an issue of fairness and safety.
The Ohio High School Sports Association does have a framework for transgender athletes to petition and participate. Since the policy started in 2015, 45 rulings have been made. Only one petition has been denied. An athlete must be on hormone treatment for a year and have medical paperwork from a licensed doctor.
After that point, they would be able to, present to the governing body and say, I'm a trans person, this is my transition journey.
Even though these bills are at the start of the process, transgender advocates worry it could harm transgender youth. Turan also says legislation like this could prevent people from moving to Ohio.
That's not just LGBTQ people, that's just people who believe in equality. And I think most Ohioans believe in equality.
The pair of bills are waiting for hearings in education committees. Caroline Sweeney, News 5.